All right, man. I heard, from behind the scenes that apparently PBC putting out new dates for Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Errol Spence taking on Terence Crawford. All right, now apparently most people was looking for Ryan Garcia and Stanky Tank Davis to happen in December. Apparently that fight ain't happening this year neither. All right, and that's kind of the one fight that a lot of people thought was gonna happen this year, but it's not. It's supposed to happen in December. Now, Gervonta Davis got a trial in which he can go to jail. Okay. They had a plea deal where he would have a suspended sentence, and he would have served the majority of that sentence, if not all of it. He would have served on house arrest. Right? The lady said that the victim said he had four victims in a car crash. She said that she was stuck in the car, all right, and said that she begged Tank, she was pregnant. She begged Tank to help her get out the car, right, so she can get home to her daughter. She said Tank Davis looked at her, grabbed his shit, and kept going. All right, that's what she said to the court. So therefore, she said to the judge and her legal attorney that the sentence didn't fit the crime. That's what she said. The sentence didn't fit the crime. So, the judge agreed since it was too lenient that they going to having a 2-day trial in December. Now, had Tank Davis stayed at the scene of the crime, maybe it would help her now. It just ain't about money because she already got a civil suit against him. I'm pretty sure the other three people got civil suit unless they came to an agreement or to an agreement. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they could throw his ass right back in jail. I'm pretty sure they're gonna want him to get a big check so they can have more money to take from him. Pretty sure insurance covered a lot of the stuff that was going on. If it was insurance involved, because one thing, their insurance gonna sue his insurance. Then when he don't have no insurance or they don't have no insurance, then what I'm saying. Then he goes to the personal accounts. So he got to deal with that. But a lot of people thought at least we get that fight this year, and it's looking like to be the worst fall I ever can remember for boxing. Boxing tend to put on their best product in the fall. There ain't nothing here. I remember somebody on Twitter was saying, "Well, we at least we got to enjoy the fights that we already have. Um, we can't complain about the ones we don't have. Yeah, we can. When the zone got the majority of the schedule, it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good. But I mean, to me, William Cepeda, Joseph Diaz, and all them are really good fights. But like I continue to say, man, they really don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. And Al Heyman, you might not see Al Heyman back until the winter, if that. You may not see him on Showtime at all. So his fighter's about to go through a whole winter without fighting. So imagine the amount of money they called for him to borrow from. Like I told y'all, a lot of these athletes, they live in check to check. They live in check to check. I'm telling y'all. Just like most of us out here living check to check. Some of us more financially literate than they are, and flexible. That's the crazy thing about it. So a lot of these dudes, they live in check to check. A lot of these athletes, they are. But they saying that the new date for Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis is January 7th. That's what they saying. It's January 7th. Is when they gonna fight. January 7th. So that's the new target date. So it ain't too far from the December date. I guess, if Tank lose his trial, he gotta do some jail time, which I think he faced up at least to a year. I could be wrong, could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. You know, they probably can suspend the sentence, he go fight, then go sit down for a while. But yep, that's what they saying. Yep, that's what they saying. He can go, so January 7th. Like I said before. Um, you know, but I mean, honestly, it ain't too far off that December date. So I'm guessing it's gonna be on Showtime. I'm not sure, but pretty much that's what they saying. That's what they saying, man. January 7th is the date for them. one from December. So apparently we're not gonna get no big fights at the end of this year. Don't let Espinoza backing down. The only reason they probably work with Tank and Tank going around saying that him and that Mayweather Promotions, he ain't signing them no more. So he pretty much going around saying that he ain't signing them. So who negotiating this fight then? Is the $1 million question. Who negotiating this fight? So I mean, but January 7th, we'll see. It ain't too far around the corner either. At all. So we just literally have to wait and see. But that's the new date that they saying that he gonna get it on with Ryan Garcia. So I know Ryan was talking about, sign the contract, sign the contract. You need to sign the contract, So, but they got some things that he got to work on his end, his legal end, and all that networking. Maybe they just go ahead and just throw it on his own. Maybe they just throw it on his own, bro. That may be what you actually get. They may just throw this on his own. And try to leverage Stephen Espinoza against Al Haymon. I could see that happening. So, or he leveraged his own against Stephen Espinoza and Showtime. But right now, Stephen Espinoza and them, they doing everything they can. They doing everything they can to try to cut Al Haymon out. That's pretty much what it is. They're doing everything they can to try to cut Al out. Jake Paul, everything. Anything they got going. They're doing the best thing they can. And it's still a shit show. Bellator. It still ain't, nothing to write home about. Honestly. But, it is what it is. On that part. So January 7th, is the date that they saying for that fight to happen. So, and it's probably gonna change. It's probably, they're always throwing little dates out there and then saying, where do you get this information from? And this, that, and the third from. And who said this and who said that? They always doing that. Trust me. But, maybe they figure out. I mean, I do know in January, they deal supposed to be up with Showtime. So, I don't know if they're gonna renew it or not. But seemed like Al Haymon was taking Showtime to the cleaners. That's what they was, that's what it sounded like to me. They were taking the ass straight to the cleaners' ass. I'm surprised Showtime ain't trying to sue his ass today. That can't be true. Because Showtime probably sue his ass. But that is what it is on that standpoint. Now, Bud and Spence got a date themselves. All right, I forget what that date was, so I gotta look that back up. So Bud and Spence got a date. Yeah, they got a date, and it's supposed to be in February. So I think it's February 5th was the date that they posed to fight. Now, February 4th, excuse me. January 7th for Gervonta and Ryan. February 4th for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is what they saying now. So, so I heard that they, I don't know. That's what I heard. But you're hearing different things from different people. Hearing the fight may not happen no time soon. My thing is this: if they need to do a press release and or press, what you call it, if they need to do a press a tour and all that type of stuff, what's the difference between November and February? That ain't really no real time at all. None at all. So that ain't no real time, quite frankly. But that's what they going around saying, February 5th. So I mean, when is the Super Bowl? Let me see. So they gonna do this in the middle of the Super Bowl, February, a week before the Super Bowl. But excuse me, they want this fight to fail. Trust me. They want this fight to fail. They do. They want this fight to fail. They really do. They do. They do. You know, maybe they have a Super Bowl run, but if they had doing it, who had a Super Bowl this year? Hold on. Let's see who broadcasting the Super Bowl. The State Farm Stadium. That's in Arizona. Let's see what the TV network got. If it's Fox, that's where the fight going in. They will tell you everything about what you want to know. If it's Fox, that's where. Yep, it's Fox. Yep, it's Fox. So if they fighting a week before the Super Bowl, it sounds like that fight going to Fox. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see real quick. I don't know exactly when this deal ends, but that's what it sounds like. I don't know exactly when this Fox deal ends, but it's to me what it sounds like. With them fighting a week before the Super Bowl, and I could be wrong. No insider knowledge right here. You know, what it sounds like this fight is going to Fox. You know, so that's what it sounds like to me. This fight is probably going to Fox, depending on the deal ends. You know, that's what it sounds like to me. That's exactly sound like to me. If they fighting a week before the Super Bowl, if this big date is true, it sounds like it's going to Fox. And that might mean that Showtime is officially not going to be doing no more business without Heyman. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what exactly it sounds like to me. But I mean, they can do a Super Bowl and still have it on Showtime. But to me, that's what it sounds like to me. You know, they probably gonna do this fight on Fox. You know, and I don't know exactly when is the exact date that Showtime is up. They deal is up with, but you know, sound like Fox. I don't know if Fox date officially up either. And maybe he just go back to buying time on TV channels and putting on fights and just charging for the ads. But at this point, if he want to continue to put on garbage and he putting up all the money for all the Fox card pay-per-view cards and all the Fox cards anyway, you might as well start your own TV channel. Honestly, you might as well start your own TV channel. What it sound like to me. You know, if you finance it, just start your TV channel and get your ads. But why spend your money you can spend and waste other people's money? So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification. We go live drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole nine. You know, check out the Box Room playlist. Check out the welterweight playlist. But yep, that's the word on the street. I want to share with y'all the good word. Then February turn the next, June, and June gonna turn the next November. You know what I'm saying? You know how the game go, man. How they play these games and all that type of stuff, dude, around boxing. But hey, check out the Box Room playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Peace.